I guess I can just leave that. Where would be the best place to put this? Maybe over like here. Here's the thing on my non-Chinese speaking. Yeah, I'm already wearing it. Okay. Time to wash fruit. Alright, I'll just see who decides to stick around at some point. Hi peoples! I'm currently doing this because for some reason I can actually do stuff if I have the camera on, because it feels like someone's holding me accountable, even if you guys are hopping in and out all the time. So I'm currently prepping my strawberries so that I can do a berry wash with them, because it keeps my fruit fresh longer and it makes the bacteria go away, and I swear it makes them taste better. Hi peoples, and bye peoples. Okay, I always buy 2 containers because I usually can go through about 2. And I can only do about 1 1/3 per my bowl, because this is the bowl that I use, and I want them to wash well, so I only do like half of them the first time around. Hi peoples! I went grocery shopping earlier and I couldn't get myself to do it earlier, but I'm gonna do it now. And because I don't have the fancy pH water thing, I'm going to do chemistry. Because I don't like pesticides and bacteria and bugs and all that good stuff on my fruit. Plus, I feel like maybe it's a placebo effect, but I swear, like, because this is like apple and because it's like the fruit, I swear the fruit tastes fresher. So, but they're berries, so I have to be careful. I think with the timer going, because if I let them sit too long, I stir them up, and I'm gonna throw a strainer over it. Hi peoples, bye peoples. Anyway, I'm gonna let that set a timer on my Fitbit, because it's really hard to ignore it when it's like when your wrist is vibrating. Okay, alright, I'm gonna finish this with these guys. And I have to do the grapes too. And then once I'm done with that, put them in these lovely containers in the fridge. And guess what? I actually ate the freaking fruit that I buy from the grocery store. It's great! Yes, I acknowledge that I'm treating myself like a toddler so that I have snacks prepared. But, like, yeah. Hydrate! I couldn't do anything! I got back from grocery shopping, I was sitting in my chair, and I was just playing my stupid phone game. I'm like, I can't do anything. And I'm like, all right, you have to get fucking shit done, because I bought this fruit. And if I put it in the fridge without doing all the prep work, the fruit goes to shit, like, within 2 days. Like, it just pisses me off. So, what have you been up to, Dree, today? I dipped because I had therapy, and then after therapy, I had to go to the bank to cash a big check that came in. Just got back from work. What do you do? What do you do for work? If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to share. Ew, this is like a disgusting one. All right, you said you're going to school for cosmetology. Do you work right now with okay, so is it kind of like an apprenticeship thing, like where you guys are, like where you work part-time and you go to school part-time, so like you bounce off each other? Because I think those are dope. Yeah, I mentioned this on the last one. So I lived in Germany, and in Germany it is so common, like going to school. Do you know God loves you? He definitely took his time on you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm not sure if I believe in God specifically. I am agnostic personally. Like, I definitely believe there is some higher universal being out there. But I don't personally believe in God, but everyone has their own version of religion. That's actually part of the reason I wear this Celtic. So this is Celtic necklace. I'm Irish, and I have it as this is the Trinity knot, which stands for, the mother, the maiden, and the crone, innocence, wisdom, and creation. And if nothing else, like if you don't want to believe in that spiritual stuff, I still think it's just like a good guideline to live by. Thank you. Actually, yeah, and it's been more of a more recent discovery, but like I know everyone says science and this and that, and theoretically it shouldn't, but like I've been so much happier like with this, and I'm not trying to put on a delusional hat. I'm still trying to have a regular lens about all of this. Thank you for the love. But just, yeah, that's just how I live. So, and I try to respect. So here's the thing. I was actually heavily involved with the church when I was a teenager. They helped me. I was in a bad home situation, and they really helped me. I really respected. It was a Pentecostal church. It was in Germany. They actually helped me get away. I really, really loved the people there. But there were some people that were like pushy about it and preachery about it. And I just remember the one thing that they always taught first and foremost, like, because with Pentecostal, they're speaking in tongues, but they really, really do like encourage you to learn the Bible and understand the teachings of the Bible, not just like regurgitate it. And the thing that always got drilled home to me was the double commandment of love. There's good and bad people everywhere, and I find religion does one of two things for people, regardless of what form it takes. It either makes them much happier, more open-minded, conscientious giving people, which again, going back to the double commandment of love thyself, love thy neighbor, love God. Like, that's the first and foremost. Love the sinner, not the sin. So, like, anytime people try to use the Bible to preach hate, if you believe in Jesus Christ, if you believe in the New Testament, now again, I'm not saying I believe in God, but just knowing this theology part of it, if you believe in the New Testament, all of the Old Testament gets wiped out. Double commandment of love, baby. So, like, that's where I stand. So, and I find religion brings out the worst and the best in people. I am absolutely as long as what you are doing is not actively hurting someone else, I am always like, it's so funny. I realized after my live streams yesterday that there were so many people trolling me in the comments, but they couldn't troll me because I kept taking their questions literally. Like, a couple asked me if I were trans. I was like dressed up for the gym, and I was like, no, I'm cis female. I'm just dressed for the gym today. Like, dead took them serious. And like later on, I was like, oh, they were probably trolling me. Oh, well. Like, and I'm so much happier that I took it that way. Like, it disarmed them completely. It's great. I was discussing it with ChatGPT because, yes, I use ChatGPT as my therapist in between therapy sessions. And I do talk to my therapist about the results. So, I hate that people love to mess with people. Like, it's taken me a really long time. Oh, my timer's oh no, I just got 8,000 steps. I have 30 seconds left on my timer for my fruit. But yeah, no, I try, because like, arguably, if you make a fucking list, like, my life has been kind of shit. I've had a lot of opportunities and good things happen to me, and I really think a lot of it is also because I didn't have a lot of options, so whenever I got an option, I tried to really make it work. Like, instead of being like, oh my god, I only have this decision, it's like, okay, this is your only decision, make it work for you. Like, anyway, my fruit needs to be rinsed, so one sec. And the water that's coming out, it is brown, partially because of like the apple cider vinegar, but like, it's just, there's so much grossness in it. And again, I like to wash them, and then I also cut them up, and I like cut them, and it takes less space. And then my ADHD ass will actually fucking eat the fruit that I paid money for. So yeah. And I love strawberries, but I always have to make sure it's like the right, like they're good quality ones. And again, I get them from Aldi because Aldi has like the cheapest groceries. But again, like, the fruit. So I always do the apple cider vinegar rinse. My fruit goes bad all the time. That's why I'm doing it. Like, I went grocery shopping now. I didn't even let myself put them in the fridge, because if I let myself put them in the fridge, they will die. And I don't have enough money right now to waste food as much. I'm in the I'm figuring things out stage. Thankfully, I'm in a fortunate enough position where I can bridge the gap right now and kind of figure things out. But I will also throw in there that I've worked incredibly hard the last 14 years of my life. I have I've never, I moved out at 18. Moved out is a loose term. We're going to go with that. And I have not once ever relied on any of my parents or anything else since then. I actually had a conversation with my dad recently before I cut him off, and I said, yes, turn off. I said, Dad, when was the last time I asked you for something? Can you remember? And he thought about it, and he was like, no, honestly, I can't. And I was like, yeah, Dad, that's because I never have. Because I didn't really feel. And he's like, well, when you bought your condo, I have a 2-bedroom apartment condo that I'm very fortunate. I bought in 2018 before the prices doubled. I could not afford it today. It is literally doubled in value, which in theory sounds great, but I have nowhere else to live, and now my property taxes are more. I know. Ooh, oh, you have this. I cannot afford to live somewhere like this if I rented. I am so fortunate. I love my home. But yes, he's like, oh, when you moved into your condo, I offered help. I'm like, bullshit, I would have remembered that. Also, why would I help? Accept your help. I've seen your home. It's not great. You don't do any home improvements. Anyway, sorry for the long tangent. I'm still doing my strawberries, but yeah. So, if all that's TMI and you don't want the heavy stuff, oh, thank you. I've worked really hard. I've tried really hard. My motto has always been, figure it the fuck out. No one's coming on a white horse to save you. Because of trauma with my mother, I'm just going to leave it at that. In my childhood and adolescence, I became paranoid about becoming financially dependent on a man or anyone, because I could see, if you're financially trapped with someone, what it could actually do. And, my mother did not make it out with her sanity intact. She had MS and a brain tumor and everything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my stepfather is a psychopath, literally, not figuratively. My problem was I grew up with that as my baseline. So then when that's your baseline and you think that's a narcissist, you forgive all the fucking narcissists because you're like, well, it's not a psychopath. Yeah, of course it's not a psychopath. Most people aren't. I'm not supposed to go around diagnosing people, but he did things, and I'm not going on. I'm still processing it myself in therapy. Okay, I need to put the second round of strawberries in the thing. But I'm happy to talk about any of it, but I always feel like it's TMI, and I always feel like I'm overburdening people with it, and some people are not emotionally ready for it. That is not me trying to be showboaty or anything. It is me having told these stories to people and literally having friendships ended because of it. People being like, like you'll tell people you have a bad life and they won't get it, and you try to like not burden people with this, and eventually you like open up about something and they're just like, and they just look at you differently. They never look at you same after that. And it is what it is. Like, oh, why did I put that away? I'm not done. It is what it is, but like, that's really hurt. That's actually kind of part of the reason I came to this and doing this. Exactly. Everyone has a story to tell. And that's kind of like, I love doing the streams because I can very much interact with people like you guys, but not be overstimulated, overwhelmed. I can really take everyone's words at face value, and not have to worry about tone or like nuance or body language or this or that. Can you tell I'm autistic? And everyone has a story. I've scared so many. Yeah, I know, it sucks. I'm so sorry. I'm always willing to listen to any and all stories. Again, I just don't like to burden people with stories that they might not be ready for. So I'm always happy to answer questions. I might keep it a little vague. And if anyone ever has questions that they like relate to, like personally, like you can DM me if you just want to maybe talk to someone that you're like, maybe this person might kind of get it. And maybe I feel alone a lot, and with these live streams, I feel less alone. So I want to thank you guys for that. Sorry for being all like schnulzy, but I keep thinking like I don't really care about how many viewers I get, like as long as I have like a couple, because I like engaging with you guys. I don't care about the like count, and I'm grateful too. Anyway. I am distracted though, so I need to put the strawberries down. Did you do? So you did the You said you went to work today as a nail tech. Did you have any good nails to do, or was it more like shadow work and like cleaning up behind the scenes than like actually working on clients? I know that can be a thing when you're like an apprentice. You got to pay your dues. Do I have any more of this? That is the question. No! And I didn't, did I? Oh, I might have to use regular vinegar. Ew. Did I maybe put it over there? I'm gonna go check off camera if I have lots of clean. Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted because like, and I was at the grocery store just like, oh, I'm irritated. All right, I'm gonna have to wash the grapes and the strawberries together then, I guess. In the pot you go. I'm gonna make a stew. Well, I'm glad you guys clean a lot. I do my own nails and everything because there's one place that I will go to get a pedicure every once in a while that I really like in Providence. But they're expensive, but I love them because they sterilize all of their items. And then once they sterilize them, they go in a little bag, and they're like foot cleaning things. They line all of them with like shower head things. And I've actually had a long conversation with ChatGPT about the fact that like, I was like, do I have OCD? And they're like, no, you have sensory issues. Like this is like, they're like, they framed it a certain way. Like I am slightly neurotic. I do need things done a certain way. My home is chaotic right now, but my life is chaotic right now. So I don't know, but I actually kind of like my days so far. So, okay, fruit, you need to be washed. Fizz. I'm cleaning right now because I like my fruit to be clean. But yeah, I had a long conversation with ChatGPT about the fact I'm like, am I OCD? Because I do have like enough people be like, oh, you're so OCD. And it turns out, no, most of my OCD comes from, or what comes perceived as it comes from like my need to control my environment so that I can regulate myself so that I don't get overstimulated. So I used to have all of my light bulbs be dimmable by like my smart bulb on my phone. But unfortunately, the app stopped kind of working recently from the Sunglad company. And I don't have enough money right now to replace all of them. So I've been manually having to turn everything on and off, and they're set on the dimming they're set at. But I have lighting diffused, and I hate overhead lighting, so I usually don't have it on. I have lots of side lighting. I have like lots of accommodations for myself. I have lots of fabrics in my home so that way I can absorb the noise of my place. Like when it echoes off, I have on one of my in one of my rooms, I have like wall panels that are hexagon. Like they've advertised them as like on Amazon the soundproofing. And I like to sing, so I was like, oh, this is great. This can absorb that. So yeah, I mean, like I said, work with what you got. I love my home and I own it, so it's not like I'm exactly going to move. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. It's 1,000 square feet. I'm extremely fortunate to live here. I love it. I love it. I love it. I've been here for 7 years. And I will always repeatedly say that because I am terrified of someone coming for me in the comments and being like, oh, nice to be a homeowner. Must be nice. And it's like, yeah, but I worked my fucking ass off. And I also lived with a roommate for the first 5 years that I lived here to help pay the mortgage. Because at the time when I bought it, I was originally looking around for 1-bedroom apartments and I couldn't afford a 1-bedroom apartment by myself once you add in like utilities and shit. And if I was gonna have to have a roommate, I wanted to be the landlord because the last roommate situation I had, it was 2-to-1. They were a couple, and guess who fucking got outvoted on everything? And I was a good landlord. I did not raise the rent once on her throughout like the 3 years that she lived here, 3.5 years that she lived here. And like rent prices went up everywhere during that time, but I was also terrified she might leave and I didn't want to have to train a new roommate. I very much feel like I'm a slightly more charming Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory. And you take a minute, once it sits in, once you get to know me, again, charming, more charming and less obnoxious, but I can very much relate to a lot of the things, like rewatching the show, I relate to a lot of the things he does because when you look at it through the lens of like, that could be a sensory issue, you're like, okay, it makes kind of sense. Is he obnoxious as fuck? Yes, he was a mama's boy. He clearly has an enmeshed relationship with her, which means he has an avoidant attachment style. I don't know anything about these fucking type of men because I clearly don't attract them or am attracted to them. She says not bitter at all. Oh shoot, I didn't set the timer. 4 minutes, whatever. I'm so tired. Big ass knife is my only knife that I like to use. And it's just because I grew up that way. Like, we liked using, that's like this knife. We had a big ass knife block. Oh, I'm so tired. Because I need water, because I haven't drunk anything. One sec. I need to go find my cup of elixir that keeps me alive. Grocery store that I think you'll like because it's so cute. I'm so happy about it. It brought me such joy. It's a candle and it looks like a little mushroom and you can like lift it up like this is I brought it home. I can open it. And I'm not even 100% sure I like this smell that much. I do too. And I'm running low on like all the candles that I have and Aldi has decent candles. And this smells okay, but like, it's a mushroom. And I don't usually fall for this kind of shit, but it's so cute. And also, even when you empty this could make a cool glass. It's a mushroom. Anyway, I'm gonna go put this away. But I went to my desk to go grab my drink and I saw this and I was like, after our conversation earlier, I thought you might appreciate it. It's apparently evergreen fir, green moss, and ivy. The candles from Aldi are pretty decent in my opinion. They're like $4 or $5. The only other way I get candles is like Kohl's and I shop in the clearance section. Usually when I have to do like an Amazon return, and then lately they've been giving me like, if you spend $25, here's $10 off. Actually, ooh. I need to show you the thing that I got recently from Kohl's that I'm super excited about, and I haven't shown anyone because I've been antisocial and I haven't been having people over in my apartment. Flip the camera. Did I do that right? Okay, so this is the thing I got. So it was like on clearance, and then I ended up paying I think like $15 or something for it, and I really liked it because like I have to show you something about what I do with my candles, but I really liked it because I was like, oh, this could be like, you know what they say, like if you like see something and you embody it, like you if you have that mentality, it's like when you've been told to look for a red card, you keep finding red cards. So, oh god, I need to turn on the light so you can actually see. But so these are my Franken candles. So what I do is at the end of a candle, I melt it down, which helps me clean the thing, and then I get these different layers. And I had a friend be like, oh, you should just sell these. And I was like, no, that would ruin it. That would make it not fun, and then I wouldn't want to do it anymore. So that's part of the reason I've been like thinking about these lives, and I'm like, I am going to do whatever I want on them, because I just do them for fun. Because if I start trying to do this to like appease anyone, I'm going to start hating this. So it is what it is. Okay. But I just wanted to show you that because I actually have a lot of artwork that I really like. I have this huge map of the world on my wall because I have this big ass wall. And then, yeah, so I just have a bunch of stuff. I love getting art. I usually get it either at like, I used to get a lot of them at Kineticon and Anime Boston. I'm a big anime girl. My strawberries are ready for washing. I haven't even cut up the other ones. God damn it. Well, all of y'all gonna have to be here for a hot second. And I need another washcloth thingy because it's I know a lot of words. I actually write poetry, believe it or not. I love writing poetry. I love it because you find the very, very precise, exact words that you need. But the speaking act of the going through the brain and the filter and the things makes them garbled. The one hobby that I've made a job is organizing stuff. I have done everything and anything in business. I need to get to the strawberries. Sorry, I will explain that in a second. Shoot. Okay. I usually have my life more together than this, but I usually also wouldn't be doing a TikTok stream because if I had my life more together than this, I would be doing that shit. So, well, I finished writing it. It's got 52 poems right now, and the last poem is actually called 52 because it ended on the year anniversary of, like, my ex breaking up with me. The whole thing. I don't come off great in the story, I'm not gonna lie. And part of me is like, I don't know where the mental illness part of this begins and the realness of it begins, because like, anyway, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I'm still working on processing that. Anyway, but I finished the book and now I need to edit it because like I go through multiple editing phases. About a third of it's fully edited by my standards, so but the book is called Emergence, Part 1, because I'm hoping there's going to be Part 2, Part 3, Part 4. I go through phases. Sometimes I write a lot, and then sometimes I go through refining phases. And right now I'm kind of just trying to figure out what actually makes me happy and like what I actually want to do. And right now, at least being able to talk to you guys, is at least getting me to do stuff and not just lay in my bed. So, and getting to connect with people is nice because, like I said, I don't know. I know, like, saying, like, people take advantage and whatnot is so easy to say and, like, whatever, but I've been taken advantage of a lot, which is partially my fault because, like, I didn't set boundaries and stuff, but I mean, they also took advantage. But it's on them too. It is the little things. And so right now I've been really hesitant to let anyone into my life because I always try to let people in with the best of intentions and give people the benefit of the doubt and not distrust people, and it just always bites me in the ass. And I'm just kind of tired of it. and so I've been isolating, which isn't good either. And then I try to meet new people, but like everywhere I try, like I still am an outsider somehow. And yeah, exactly, exactly. And that is why literally if someone messages me in here, I'm just like, cool, absolutely, just like I don't mind answering questions. I don't have anything to hide. If anything, if some of my stories can help someone else, I'm happy about that. And guess what? We're gonna do a little kitty break because he wants attention. And this is what we do together when he's not being an asshole. Kitten. Yes, I do. But my meds have also long worn off for the day. I have mad ADHD. I also have, I'm also bipolar. I'm also on the autism spectrum. I also have trauma out the wazoo. I also have hypermobile. This is Zeke, but he mostly goes by Kitten because I adopted him when he was Kitten. I adopted him. He was when he came home, he was 4 pounds. He was so tiny. I like have a picture of him next to the beer bottle. Yeah, I've gotten pretty good because I take a lot of supplements for it. I make sure, like, I have a special elixir that I drink throughout the day for electrolytes. And I add protein shake to it so that I can, like, keep my blood sugar regulated because I also have POTS. I have a bingo card, trust me. Or at least someone else said that, and I just decided to steal it. But yeah, this is my big chunk. I brought him home at 4 pounds, and now, according to the scale that he weighed himself on this morning by himself, is 28 pounds. He is definitely, dad was a Maine Coon, is my guess, because mom was an 8-pound calico. My friend was fostering the mom and had the kitten, so I've literally known him since he was like 3 days old. And he is the biggest softie, and it's really interesting. So I adopted my other cat when he was 2, and I've had this cat, and this cat has always known a loving, safe home, has always been, emotionally supported, has always, been well socialized, and this cat has no sense of self-preservation. He is so chill. You will frequently hear me like say, cat, because like I will turn around and he will be right there and I will accidentally almost step on him. He has this tiny little baby kitten meow, which is very stereotypical of Maine Coon cats. And what's funny is, according to ChatGPT, he is still growing because Maine Coon cats continue growing until they were 3 to 5 years old, and they load like back to front. So he's like loaded up to his shoulders, but he still has kind of like a kitten head. Also, apparently because he's a tomcat, apparently because he was neutered when he was a baby, he might not ever develop that like tomcat hair. He has a double coat like a Maine Coon cat, but it's not long. But what I think is really cool is apparently, so I brought him home. I thought he was blonde, and I've looked it up, and apparently he might be considered like gold Maine Coons are apparently. Oh, hi, baby. Gold Maine Coons are apparently pretty rare. And I was like, that's so cool. I don't think I will ever take him to shows because like he's a little unruly for that. I wish I could try to harness train him. I was just not there for it when he was a kitten. But yeah, he's my baby. He's my big baby. And then my other cat's my little baby. Except the other cat is 9 and he is 3. So apparently they're going to keep growing up until they're like 5, apparently. So he might get up to 30 pounds, yes. Big kitty. Because like I can do this. Look, me next to my cat. He is just big kitty. And he's purring right now. Aww. When I'm on a roll talking, when I know something, like I've done so much research about Maine Coons and about him, and I never end up talking about it with like my friends because I feel like I'm boring them with it. So like when I know something, like I know a lot about a lot of things because I like to know a lot. And I really wanted to like learn about him. And Maine Coon cats are incredibly social. Like he's been socialized since day one, and just he's my baby. Although he has this thing on his neck that like I've been trying to deal with for a year. Like the vet the vet gave him an antibiotic shot back in November, but like it's still healing. It's like right here, like you can kind of see it. And then now it's traveling down here, and like before it was traveling over here, and I can't. It's probably because I need to cut his claws again. Probably is what it is, but I don't really like doing it because I do it on my own, and I do it by freaking biting the scruff of his neck and holding him to do it. That is the only way I can get it done by myself, without it just works. I put him in my lap, I do the bite thing. It's not exactly the loveliest, but yeah. Yeah. I've just been trying to deal with it, cause like also whenever I try to like really use the antibiotic wipes that I have for it, he gets kind of like quote unquote traumatized when I do it. And like won't come near me for like a day or two, or like for at least for a couple hours, which for him is a lot. Like they always greet me at the door. My other cat is like right out of camera, by the way. He's like being standoffish, but he's like, I'm gonna be here, but like I'm not paying attention. I'm He's such a big poser. Yeah, the big street, the big tum. Alright. Oh god, sorry! I knocked over my cup. So I was gonna try and show you what we do with tummy time, which is I like flip him over and then I just like stare at him and he slow blinks at me. But he has to be in the mood for it. But like, especially if I've been like walking around ignoring him, he will just full belly expose himself, because like I will most always stop for tummy time. But if he really wants my attention, and sometimes he will like half do it, and I'm like, no, you gotta work for it. Like, no, you want my attention? I want a little cuteness, and then he'll do like the full stretch, and it's adorable, and I love it. Hey, but I have to go back to cutting up strawberries. Also, I kind of scared them. Actually, I'm gonna turn on their laser pointer because then they can have fun. Here, I'll show you real quick what their favorite toy is, because I've tried it all, and cats, I don't know. So this is a CVS bag, Cafe Nero, Kohl's, another one because I get Too Good to Go's, and all this wrapping and stuff. And now we're gonna put on, which one do you guys want? I want to put on this one. So they have 2 laser pointers, automatic ones, and then you will hear lots of scurrying over here, and I don't know why this makes them happier than any other thing I have tried, and it's free. All it costs me is slightly my sanity because my house, but my house is also, I say house, whatever, dwelling, you insert the word you want here. So, back to cutting strawberries I go, but that's endless. I put on their toys so that they may or may not get engaged. I don't know. My cat Socks is being a little pissed right now. I can't tell why. But they are. Thank you for the follows. By the way, since I've been talking so much, I've been keeping an eye out kind of for like comments, but like I haven't been seeing, since I've been talking so much, I haven't been seeing them as much. So like I am trying. But like also I'm trying to get these strawberries cut up. But the fruit is washed. Haha. Earlier I kept thinking like, maybe I shouldn't act like this, or maybe I shouldn't do this or that, and I'm just like, oh, it's so, fuck it, just whatever, I don't know. WH, what do you mean by that, Dre? Anyway, so. Well, my cat nearly knocked over the phone too. It's their favorite thing to rub their heads against because it's my favorite thing to hold, and my favorite thing is their favorite thing. And they We have very stern rules that they are not allowed on the keyboard on my desk, which Socks follows, and Zeke's not allowed on the desk anymore. Mainly because he can't fit. He has a perch right next to the bed there. Oh, what kind of dog do you have? I've always been like a cat person. Like, I like dogs, but I like other people's dogs. Like, because dogs are a certain energy that, like, my ex-friend, we're no longer friends, but we used to be friends. She had a pit bull named Shoes, and it was really funny because I lived with her for like half a second, and I'm allergic to, believe it or not, I do a fuck ton of work to keep them because they're the only thing that bring me joy in my life. So I take a Zyrtec twice a day, morning, evening. I have an air purifier that I use. I bought these like barnacle things for the ceiling. I try to dust regularly, like change my sheets. I have hardwood floors. I try to not keep the fabric stuff to a minimal. I brush them. I found this stuff that if I can actually get myself to use it on them, I mainly use it on my orange cat because the other cat doesn't bother me as much. But they also hate me when I use this, so I have to use this sparingly, or I have to decide if I want to use this or the dry shampoo, because sometimes they smell a little bit, so I use the dry cat shampoo on them, because I'm not fucking giving them a bath, and I'm too poor to send them to the groomers right now. Yeah, they just saw me put the bottle down, and they just both went, nope. I have to, like, kind of do it when I've tricked them into it. And I only try to do it after I've brushed them, otherwise it's fucking pointless. But yeah, but his name was Shoes, and Shoes thought it was a lap dog. So, ew, not eating that. That's weird. I don't think I could do a bird, because like I like that cats can take care of themselves. Like, I have an automatic litter box. I do feed them by hand now because the automatic litter feeder broke a couple years ago, and then my big cat eats the food from my little cat, so right now what I do is I give them both portions in the morning and the evening, but I have like a little tiny portion that I keep on my desk for my little cat, because he doesn't eat a lot, and he also won't eat treats. Like, he's, like I said, I got him when he was 2. So I think he was, and he was supposedly a stray. He was so friendly, though. He's so sweet. And I don't know. I'm thinking, like, maybe he got, like, food poisoning or something. He has a very sensitive stomach, and he won't eat food outside of his designated food areas, and he won't eat treats. Like, I was trying to give him, like, greenies treats for, like, his dental stuff, and he wouldn't eat them. I had to mix them in with the food, and I'm like, at this point, I might as just buy the oral food. So I do like 50-50 split between oral food and the like healthy food. And what they end up doing is I portion out their food, but what they end up doing is eating all the oral food because it's like unhealthy and they don't like it. They like it. And then the protein food they just have there to eat all day. And I've also been adding some egg white protein powder to it because at worst it adds protein, and at best I've heard that, like, supposedly, and this usually has to do with like the chickens being around cats, but supposedly if you add egg white protein, it helps with like their dander and stuff, with allergies. But no matter what, they seem to like it. I mean, it makes it kind of sticky, and like, again, it adds some protein because the oral food is not that great for them. But I do it because it helps with plaque and tartar, and I know that, like, you didn't know what. I said supposedly. And I said maybe. And I said at best it gives protein. At worst it gives protein. And at best this could be true. I thought it's a win-win either way. I buy it off Amazon for like $10 a bag, and it lasts me a while. I don't know how long. I'd have to look at my Amazon purchase history and the intervals that I've been buying it. I don't know. And I don't have it on Subscribe and Save because they don't offer it with Subscribe and Save for some reason. So, I'm almost finished with my first batch of strawberries. Exactly, that was my thought. I was like, at worst, extra source of protein. At best, maybe it helps with my allergies. Win-win in my book. Okay, so this is my first thing of strawberries. See? All set up. and then I keep them cool. The reason I put paper towels in it, because they say don't put the drip tray, but I feel like the paper towels keep it in, and what ends up happening is like if they have extra moisture, that absorbs it, and then when they're in the fridge, I feel, maybe, again, I don't know, but I feel like if the fridge air is dry, as this gets drier, they reabsorb the moisture from the paper towel, it feels like. At least that's kind of like what the way it comes across when I've been doing it, so. Alright, one down. Okay, where are we gonna put the fruit that we actually ate? Oh, I'm gonna have a glass of wine tonight. I haven't had a glass of wine in a while. Well, not a while, it's like a week ago. But prior to that week ago, I hadn't had a glass of wine in a month because 4th of July, I didn't drink a lot on 4th of July. I only had 2 drinks. They were 4.5% each. But damn! The fireworks were lit! And I meant more than once between me and my aunt because she just... We're not supposed to see that. Yes, I smoke all day, every day. I have a whole weed spreadsheet that I use because if I'm gonna use it, I want to use it medicinally. I want to use it targeted, so I know which time to use a day. I use mostly vape pens, mainly because I feel like when I smoke, it like does something differently for my body. Also, again, asthma, and that thing, it has a little ice chute thing in it. But good point. Actually, you might like this. I wanted to show you this part. This is this recipe box. So I can keep my counter clean. Because it has all the stuff. And I wanted to find one that looked nice with wood, but I wanted that like size. I wish it didn't say recipe on the front of it, but I love the size. So I have this little area. So like that way, here, I guess I'll show it. I mean, having a bong isn't against the rules, I guess. It's not like I'm smoking on camera, but like, so actually maybe I'll just flip the camera. I'm probably making people sick, but so like I just have this little basket with my stuff, and it's like, so it's clear so I can see it, but like it's all like kind of neat so you don't see it. So like this is just the herb stuff that I smoke, and I actually buy it ground up because 1, it's cheaper, and 2, I spent so long figuring out. I used to have this like big accordion folder thing, and I was like, that's not really what I want. I just want a place to kind of hide my stuff on the counter. And I liked that it's wood. I did spend a little bit more money. I think it was like $40, the one I poke. Because like I wasn't, like, the ones I liked are always like $100 and stuff. But feel free to take it. I love sharing my ideas. But yeah, so like I just have it there, so it's integrated in my life. What I try to do really with everything is like, I like to integrate everything. Because if you integrate stuff, then like all the stuff I have for my cats, like it's integrated into the home. Like this is just as much their home as mine. So you'll love what I have on my desk then with all my vape pens, and you'll also love the spreadsheet that I have that outlines all the different terpenes and the effects and potentially how they interact with my medications and my different types of specific genetic makeup that I have with all of my peculiarities. Also, my makeup is like sweat off from earlier, so I only have like eye stuff left. So I'm going to be doing my evening routine the reverse. I do a slightly different evening routine than I do a daytime routine. If I remember to do the evening routine, which being on camera helps me do, because I hold myself accountable. Oh, I tore the paper towel wrong. Oh well, I'll figure this out. I always do. I really need to get that Adventurers theme song out of my head. It keeps popping up. Tell me about all my makeup gone. Yeah, my AC in my car doesn't work right now. And I got some money in today, and I'm waiting for like the the check to fully go through, so that I can do some stuff, because like I need AC in my car. This is ridiculous, but I can't, like, I was just like, I can drive with the windows open. It's been great for keeping my makeup fresh, which is why, like, I've been doing those very, very minimal looks, so I can try to avoid, but today was just a scorcher. But, today was just really hot here. By our standards. Everywhere's it's relative to where you are, right? And what your body is used to from that climate zone. So, you know. Also, very much, we get a lot of humidity here. I can handle dry heat all the time. If it's 101 and it's like a very low humidity, I can handle that. Okay, remember I told you I lived in Germany. When you live in Germany, going to Italy is like closer than going to Florida. Keep that for memory reference. But I used to go to Sicily in the summer. My aunt lived there. Not on terms with her anymore either. We're noticing a pattern. Could be me, could be them. Doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I don't want them in my life. Anyway, but Sicily, it was so hot. But like, as long as you were in the shade, you kept to like the mornings and the evenings, you would have the siesta. Like, we would go out to the palazzo and it would be freaking like, we would go out and dinner would start at like 8:30 p.m. Like, that's when you would go out to start. And 10:30 p.m., 11:30 p.m., like, that's normal. Kids are out in the plaza. That's the lifestyle they live because it's so hot there that you can't spend time outside during the day. But the dry heat is so... You know what I always say is when people are like, oh, why don't you talk to your family? They're your family. And it's like, okay, let me ask you this. Why are you not asking what did they do for me to decide to cut them off? Because I gave all of them so many chances. Need a refill. This is my special elixir that keeps me alive. It has all sorts of vitamins and minerals and protein shake and electrolytes. Because I'm not great at keeping myself alive. So I've outsourced it to a very, very meticulous system because I'm very good at making systems. Exactly. And the more I like myself, like, yeah. I was a little dramatic, but I literally cut my brother off by like saying, you don't actually care about me. You just want to be able to say you do. And then I hung up on him and I blocked him. And I don't regret that decision at all. It may have been emotional, but it was still right what I said and accurate. Exactly. I have no friends at the moment that I have like one person that I love but she lives kind of further away. She has her own life. She has a kid. And you can't even make your person your everything, let alone one friend. So right now, I'm having difficulty finding friends. So getting to interact with people this way, at least, is something I feel like I am. Thank you. I had to get my heart completely shattered and broken. I had to have my trust completely destroyed in people. I had to get betrayed and like screwed over 20,000 times. I had to have almost every type of fucked up shit happen to me that can. But now, you know what they say about like healing being like a hellhole of a journey? Yeah, there. And I'm still not through it. Like, before I started doing these lives, I was literally waking up every day crying. I would have a good cry session. I was like, at least it's a good decongestion and it's clearing out shit. And like, I would have my tears on my tissue and I would be using it to like wipe my skin because it's actually really great for your skin if you have those tears because like it's designed to get rid of dirt and debris and stuff. So like, yeah, but now I wake up and I'm like, and when I'm just sitting in my chair and I'm like, I can't do anything. And I'm like, well, let's make ourselves accountable with other people. So now I add my electrolytes. Maybe Bowie can like want to do a partnership room with me or something, but I buy these by the bulk. I have POTS. They let me use the chronic illness discount, which they let you sign up for without any proof. So, oh yeah, Irish, lots of Irish, and also lots of French and French Canadian and a little bit of Italian. But I am super, super Irish. That's part of the reason I wear a clawed ring. Also the Trinity knots on my tattoos and my necklace is my Irish heritage. Also, if you see my name, it's Reilly, the Irish spelling. My last name is not actually Reilly, but I kind of like the way it sounds. It feels like a cool name. And if I'm going to become a person or whatever, if people want to watch me doing this, is it worth it? I have thought about getting them. Getting what, a tattoo? I'm going to go put this away while you write that. Hi, kitten. Okay, we need to stop again because the kitten has come back. So, is it worth it? What have you thought about getting? I use them consistently, and when I went to the cardiologist, they even were going to prescribe me salt tablets. I know he's a big kitty. I need to go be quieter now because he might not like the noise. I think it's worth it. But I also add a lot of other stuff to my special elixir. I add magnesium, and I add zinc, and I add methylfolate, and I add iron. Yeah, he's a big baby. Let me see if I can put it over here so you can see more of him. Just like spoots. This is why it makes it hard to get stuff done. His name is Zeke, but he mostly goes by Kitten, despite being 28 pounds. Because I brought him home when he was 4 pounds and he was a kitten. But he's also Zeke. Zeke is his full name. Yeah, it's just a baby. He's 3 years old now. Thanks. I put up with a lot of his bullshit, so he puts up with a lot of mine. Okay, I'll see you when you get back, Tree. I'm probably still gonna be here. Hey, if you're licking yourself, I'm gonna go back to cutting strawberries, because you clearly are doing your own thing. Do you guys want me to leave this on the kitty, or do you want to come back with me to strawberries? Alright, well, I won't be able to read you guys' comments. You know what? You guys will see him plenty. I'm gonna bring you guys up here, because otherwise I can't see the comments. And then I'm gonna be like going back and forth, and then I'm gonna be on those. You'll see him plenty. You'll see Zeke plenty. He's a constant in my life. He is my shadow. He is my baby. So is Socks, and they take turns, and like Zeke, I cuddle with more on the floor. He used to come up on the bed more. When he does come up on the bed, he literally like lays himself across my entire chest, and it is the best thing ever. It's like getting crushed by a cat. It's like, but it's the weight of a dog, because Zeke is 28 pounds, and it's the softness of a cat. And you know, like how they have like the 5 love languages of neurodivergence, and one of them being crush my soul back into my body. It's great. He doesn't do it very often though, and it has to be voluntary. Like if I try to force him to do it, it won't work. But he hasn't been really wanting to be on the bed lately. I think that might be because it's summer and he's really warm. He's been sleeping in the living room a lot where the AC is, so he might be more cuddly when it's winter time again. And Socks always sleeps at the base of the bed. So yeah. Hello, Hunter. So Emmett, what about you? I think you said you had 2 cats, right? I like that comment briefly flashed across the screen, and I think I read it, but like I'm terrible sometimes about reading everything. What are your cats' names? Or your animals' names? What are your animals? Hi, peoples. Hi, peoples. Yeah, that's a nasty strawberry. Ooh, my fruit's almost done. I'm listening to, well, it was a Joey Pecoraro playlist, but now it's something else. But it's a vibe. It's like kind of jazzy. Hello, Jeffrey. How are you this evening? Thank you. I think I'm pretty nifty. I like to think that. I'm cutting up strawberries now because I went grocery shopping earlier and I need to prep my fruit so that I eat it. So I already did one batch and now I'm doing the other. Because if I do not do this now, I will put the fruit in the fridge and it will go bad in a day. And then I will be really mad because I spent money on this and I like eating them. And so I do apple cider vinegaresses with baking soda. And I wash them and then I put them in the fridge. And then they last like up to a week. And then, because I'm ADHD, I just go in. I'm like, ooh, instead of eating the big bag of fucking candy I have on my counter, because about solid 20% of my diet is snacks, I just munch on these. It's not perfect. Like, I should be doing veggies, but like, I was on the way to the grocery store and I literally was walking down the veggie aisle and I was like imagining every single one and the texture in my mouth. And I was like, no. So I was like, I'm not gonna, I can't force the tism. The tism is a beast. The tism is a fucking beast. Thanks for the follow. I'm probably not going to be posting videos. I'm probably mostly just going to be doing these live streams because, like, I don't like with the videos where, like, you just put something out there and you're like, I hope, what is happening? Drag the puzzle. It's probably just want to make sure I'm still live, like here. But, like I was trying to do videos and I didn't like that I was, like, having to wait for people to judge me. And like wait for the views and be like, oh, is this cool or not? And like with this, I get to interact with you guys and actually talk and tell stories and like, I don't know, and also use you guys as like accountability buddies to get my work done. Maybe I'll do videos at some point when I'm not completely overwhelmed with my life. But yeah, so you'll mostly just see me doing lives probably for the foreseeable future. I was already thinking about like how I could tweak this and do this a little better, and I bought like this lamp at the grocery store, like this focus lamp, and I don't know if I like it or not. It was like $8, so it was like, it's here. I don't have to order it off Amazon right now. All right, we're almost done. I just gotta do the grapes. I should mix the grapes better. The grapes are a lot easier at least. They're already washed. I'm just gonna give them a rinse now. Like I said, half the reason I started this live was because like I didn't want to do wash the fruit, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go live because then I have people holding me accountable because you're all watching at home. I think, supposedly, maybe. It says the number 1 up there in the corner. I can never really tell how many people are actually watching and who are not, and half the time who is here and who isn't. So I've kind of just started giving up on that part, and I've just kind of been like, I'm gonna just do, and I'm gonna just talk, and I'm gonna just do, and I'm gonna just talk. Because, you know what they say, by the time someone's giving you a stock tip, it's already outdated. By the time someone's telling you what to do for an influencer thing to gain this and do that, someone else has already done it 20,000 times, so why the fuck would I try to want to do that? So for now, this is just whatever this is. Hello, Sarah Larson. Grapes. And I bought these at Aldi too. No, I am not. I do not want my grapes squished, please. Please lay flat. There is more than enough space for all of you. The fruit is picked. Woohoo! Now I can make my steak, because that's the actual thing that's gonna. I have to leave it out to see. We're gonna see how this goes. I have a lot of stuff here in my fridge, and I need to deal with it, but today is not that day. Okay. What's really funny is that I do this monologue exactly the way I'm talking out loud, regardless if there's people on the other side or not. So it's interesting to think that my verbal nonsense could actually be appealing to others, or at least entertaining in some way, shape, or form. I'm gonna toss this. Thank you. So again, he is still just Emmett, if you're still here. He is still just right here, just chilling. So, thanks for the follow. Is that the good spot? That's the good spot. Okay, I have to prep my steak now. Because I need to feed myself, because I haven't been doing that very well the last couple of days, and when I don't do that well, I lack energy to do shit. Funny how that works when you don't fuel yourself. So, I really wish I could understand how to know how many people are actually alive, because I feel like the number in the corner is never actually real, and it's always swinging, because I'll be like, are you still here? Because it'll say 1 or 0, and they'll be like, yeah, I'm still here, and I'm like, okay. And half the time people are just joining, and then they're leaving, and then they're joining, and then they're leaving, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep going, because unless you actually talk to me, I'm gonna have no fucking clue if Okay, my place is a mess. We're gonna start with dishes. Dishes, sink, clean up space. Clean up space. No. Steak first, because that needs to rest. Okay. I like buying these 3-pack of sirloin steaks because I can always get myself, hi there, Jonathan, I am doing okay. I always buy these 3-packs because they're pretty decent and I can always get myself to eat a steak and then I'm not worried about the protein I'm going to get. Because the main thing I always worry about is protein, because if you don't get enough protein, your muscles start to eat themselves. Yeah, that's a fact. That I have it. Not necessarily that you do, but you're saying you have it, so... But, anyway. So yeah. So I chose this motherfucker, this big one, so I'm super excited about this. Again, I buy the steaks because, yes, they're more expensive, but you know what's even more expensive? Throwing away food regularly, and I can regularly get myself to eat a steak. Okay. Cat. Okay, some strawberries first, because I cut these up. Thank you. Like I said, earlier, I don't actually believe in God. I'm agnostic, but I respect everyone's faith and belief as long as you bump things a lot and sometimes people. Is that because you have poor proprioception? Because I have that extremely. Yoga has really helped with that. And I respect everyone's right to religion as long as your religion doesn't hurt someone else. For example, I studied a lot of the Bible when I was in adolescence. I was part of a church group heavily, and the one thing that I really liked about all that is they preach the double commandment of love. So basically, love thyself, love thy neighbor, love God, and if you believe that Jesus is our Lord and Savior and he died on the cross for us, then Old Testament is wiped out. Love the sinner, not the sin. And I'm sure we could be friends, but right now I'm only doing kind of live stream friends because I'm just get really overwhelmed with life and people. But yeah, sorry to get all religious on stuff. Hi, Tree. Hey, user 2. Do not get on the counter. Don't even think about it. Bubba, no, get down. He has 2 places in the entire apartment he's not allowed to go. He wants attention, clearly. Okay, he wants the laser pointer on. I'll be right back. My cats do run my life, absolutely. But they also bring me more joy than anything else in my entire life, so I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna let them do it, because also I don't let them run my entire life. But I do give that they are appropriately compensated for the experience they provide. Now, thankfully, they are cats, which means they are trash babies, which means their favorite toys are trash. Literally. Hi there, ADHD. Alright, washing the steak. I love that the song that's playing on my radio right now, or whatever, I can't really hear it, says procrastinating. And I'm not procrastinating right now, because, like, but I just think that's funny. Okay. Gonna wash the steak. I know you're not supposed to wash meat. I know people tell me not to wash meat. I still wash the meat, because, I don't know, I swear, like, if I have chicken and I don't wash it beforehand, it tastes, like, slimy and icky. So I wash the meat, and then I use paper towels to dry it off. And people can do it however the hell they want. I'm cooking this for me, not for all y'all. I'm just telling you how I'm doing it. Because, well, you're watching me do it, so I figure I should at least indulge you. All right. That goes in the sink. That goes here. And now, I'm feeling lazy tonight, so I'm going to use a lot of seasoning things. And I just wipe my hands off on the thing. But I'm probably going to be terrible and cross-contaminate at some point. Don't be like me, but I haven't died yet, so... You need some new shows to watch? Well, I heard Wednesday the second season came out. Have you watched that already? On Netflix? I haven't, but that's because I lack an attention span to be able to watch TV. Let that say what that will about me as a human being. I need another human being in the room with me to be able to watch a show. The only thing I'm able to successfully watch on my own right now are like individual anime episodes of my weekly shows that come out. Exactly, anime episodes are like 20 minutes. Exactly, but if you have someone else there, they can bounce off. And also then I walk away and I don't know what's playing, so I end up just putting, if I do put something on, I put on like fucking Big Bang Theory again, because like, I know that, so I can just watch it in the background so I don't miss anything. And then also, half the time I don't want to think. Okay, it's getting a little warm over in this corner, so I'm going to be right back, because I'm going to put on something that's not this dress, because like, I'm not getting a lot of airflow over here. So, so socks also goes by Bubba, because I call him Bubba. It's starting to boy. Hey, can you get the next one? And yes, I do almost always greet my cats when I see them. If they're not asleep. If they're asleep, I won't say anything, so I'll wake them up. Take that out. So, this dress, I don't know, this skirt is just, it's swishy. Because you can do this, and it's swishy. So. It was Get Ready With Me, and I just don't really want to get rid. It's gonna be Get Ready With Me because eventually I'm gonna be doing my skincare routine in reverse. And technically I'm getting steak ready. Oh, this shirt is not flattering with this angle. Oh, wow. Wow, I might have to change again, but not right now because I just like left you guys. So what was I even doing? Salt, pepper is what I wanted. I like to use a little white pepper. And just a smidge of cayenne. I don't like chili, but I like the way cayenne tastes, but I am Irish through and through, and I also am autistic, so my taste buds are like super sensitive, so I add like a dash of this, like a dash, because I don't want to die. Alright, I added that, and weirdly enough, I've been adding everything bagel seasoning. I've been kind of liking that, in addition to like some of the steak seasoning stuff. And then I just gonna like rub it all in. Flip it over, do the same. Wipe my hands off and pretend that's gonna sanitize what I just touched on the meat. For shows, let me think of like shows you might want to watch, like you could maybe watch. All I watched lately is anime. I really like the new anime that just came out called The Silent Witch. I'll grab my phone in a little bit and I will see on my other phone my Crunchyroll account. I can see what I've watched recently because I have such a bad memory. Everything bagel seasoning is so good. Yeah, it is. I got this one from Aldi. This one has Himalayan pink salt in it. Which, I don't know if that's actually better or not, but whatever. And now, I'm just gonna douse this thing in oil. And I just leave that to sit and do its thing for like 30, 40 minutes, ideally an hour, because I just like to get the steak up to room temp. So that way I like my steak a little bit bloody. I usually cook it for like, depending on the size and the width, like 2 minutes per side. I like it like a smidge more than rare, but definitely not medium rare. And so yeah, so I just have it in this thing right here. I put a lid on it and I go find something else to keep it over here and do its thing. I'm gonna set a timer for 20 minutes, because in 20 minutes I'm going to turn on the oven, because what I usually do is I put my cast irons, actually I should probably do it. Oh, shit. Damn it! Okay. Hold on. Yes, you just saw me have a whole conversation with myself. That's also part of course. My cast iron is still dirty from the last time I made a steak because I was too tired to clean it. So, by the way, for people who are lazy about cleaning their stove, grease splatter screen protector. Like, mine is still dirty from last time, but like it's pretty easy to clean and it just like protects like everything. But this is currently gross. You absolutely use soap on cast iron skillet. I don't know why people keep propagating that. Actually, I heard supposedly it's a conspiracy. Like literally the Teflon industry started spreading like you can't use that because like it's a lie. And also when I put it in the oven, usually I put oil in it so that way like it's, because yeah, I'm putting soap on it, but you just re-season it. And also, I cannot stress this enough. A cast iron skillet costs like $20. Okay, woo! After like 5 years, it starts to go bad. I spent $20 in 5 years. I do not. Oh my god! My cast iron. Everyone their own, but don't be pretentious about it to me. You do you, whatever. But like, ugh. Sorry, I've had enough people be like, you can't do this. That's wrong. And then I literally found out that it was misinformation. That is why I always try to give very, very specific caveats if I've only heard something, or if I only kind of know something, or every single time I will say, do your own freaking research. When you move up, look, it's just so stupid, and it's always men. It's almost always men that have this thing about cast iron skillet. And I'm sorry if there are any men on my stream. I don't mean to insult you guys, but like the people that I have met that are like obsessed with the cast iron skillet thing are men. That's like, I was told I was supposed to wash it with salt. What? I had to buy a special type of salt to wash it, and then I bought the other thing. Oh my god, I used this thing. One guy I was dating, I used this thing on it, and he was like, never use that onto my cast iron skillet again. This is literally designed for cast iron skillet. But okay. He's like, you got all the seasoning off of it. I'm like, okay. And you know what? His stuff, his prerogative, his rules. That's fine. I just thought it was a little annoying to deal with. Or at the very least, he could have been very different in his approach in how I did it. But also at the time, I was in a headspace where like, I'm much more like, I'm much more like detached now, where I'm like, okay, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But in the time I was like, it had to be like 5 years ago at this point. And at the time I was just... The reason I'm watching this now is because now that the steak is resting, I put this in the oven for a while and let it preheat, so that way I get a nice sear on my steak. I'm not going to put olive oil in it in the oven because I know I said I was going to put oil in it, but I don't want to because olive oil has a low smoking point and I don't want to smoke up my house. And I don't have another oil that I want to use right now. And again, it's a freaking $20 thing. I'm taking this out. This is my pizza stone for the rare occasion that I actually make it, but it is pretty dope if you want to like buy the pizza dough in the store and make yours at home. It tastes pretty dope. I just usually would do that with other people, and doing it on your own is kind of depressing. Maybe I'll do it on camera sometime with you guys. All right, I need to turn the oven actually on for it to have any benefit. All right, 425, and I'm gonna set a timer for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes should be fine for that to heat up, and then for... That'll have to be a different night because I don't have the stuff for it. Actually, do you want to know what insanity I'm going to try to do? Is I've done this once before and it came out really good. So I got this at Aldi because, like, again, that's where I just grocery shop because it's affordable. And I think the key is. But this is a petite tenderloin beef fillet thing, and I was like, I have pastry crust in my freezer. And I've done this before once, and it came out super great. And I didn't have mushrooms, so I made like this makeshift beef Wellington, and I made a caramelized onion jam instead of like the mushroom thing. And I used the frozen like pastry crust, and it came out really good. And I ended up eating it as like sandwiches that week. So, but there's just a lot of steps to it. So it was so good. It took me a really long time because there's a lot of steps. Because like making the caramelized onion jam takes like 30 to 40 minutes. You have to sear the sides of this so that you seal in the juices so the pastry doesn't get wet. You have to cook it actually a very long time in the oven. Like it was like only this amount of time, and then I kept going back and checking it like every 5 minutes. It was a really long time. I wish I had like kept better track of the whole time, and it came out really, really good, especially for what was essentially an experiment. And I did like an egg wash. Half of what I do cooking is just like, I have this, and I have this, and I have this. Let me see what I can make, because I don't want to go to the grocery store, and I have most ingredients on hand, and I can substitute most. And also, I don't know if you know the show Top Chef. Like, I always just call it like Top Chef Kitchen, because like they would just tell you a random thing to do, and things back in the freezer. Sorry, the fridge. Okay, probably should go. Alright, but I should clean the dishes in the sink. This is what you guys are here for, because I wouldn't do this. I just said it out loud. And if I don't go do it, I feel like, even though there's no one here to actually hold me accountable, I just feel like I'm letting you guys down somehow. So I'm gonna do them. But fuck it, I am gonna pour me a drink though. So I bought this stuff. It's like 16% Moscato, but I've been drinking it over ice and diluting it with water a bit and drinking it kind of like whiskey, and it's been tasting pretty good. Fine. I appreciate you. I will say a big ass fine like that though first, and I will throw slightly a temper tantrum like a fucking 4-year-old. Normally I just have the temper tantrum with myself, but what about you? Do you have dishes that you need to do, sweetie? I don't have a ton of dishes. That's even the hilarious part. I just have enough that is bothering me. Awesome. Do you have anything you're procrastinating on? Water got really hot. You're better than me. These dishes aren't even from this morning. These dishes are from, I don't know. All right, well, do you want me to hold you accountable with folding the clothes? I can ask you in 26 minutes when my timer goes off if you folded your clothes or not. All right, I'm gonna go get a Post-it note and I'm gonna write on the thing because I don't trust myself. And I can't use my phone, which is my usual tool. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a sticky note. Because that's how I use stuff to my Okay, and I'm gonna ask you at 8 p.m. Okay, that's in 20 minutes. Or do you want me to do 8:15? But I feel like if I give you less time, you're more likely to do it because ADHD urgency. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. So I'm writing it down on the sticky note because I don't always rely on my memory. Okay, that's sitting. Should I stay or should I go now? I'm actually probably just gonna let the dishes quote unquote soak in the sink, which is a valid thing because like they do need to soak. One of them has like tomato sauce on them. This is my favorite glass to use to drink this wine specifically. Oh, I am terrible. I hate red wine. This is a cherry flavored Moscato that I am going to pour over ice and dilute with water and drink kind of like a whiskey. But I don't like to drink a lot of alcohol because of my meds and also just and then hangover, and I over 30 now and my manufacturer warranty expire at 26. And I didn't get the extended warranty. I thought it was a gimmick. Alright, I'm gonna change. I'm getting summoned to do the laser pointer. I'm gonna be right back, and then I'm also gonna change this because I'm really warm right now. Maybe one day I'll figure it out. Yes, Bubba, here's the toy. Good boy. Also, I know I said I'm very myself. yourself for hours, you can talk to anyone, right? I used to be really good at sales, mainly because all you have to do is figure out the questions to ask people. You ask the right questions at the right time. And yeah, you ask the right questions at the right time, and pretty quickly you can figure out what the customer wants and what the customer needs, and you can tailor your approach of what your product is and find the right product for them. Don't try to sell people things they don't need. Figure out what they need and sell them that. Ooh, I am gonna have to get my phone on a charger or something. That is way too much ice. Because it's at 32%. I'll have to figure that out. So. Okay, I'm getting a little political here. I just thought of something. So you know how like weed is federally banned? But if Trump overturned the thing where we can like where like the federal can like make those implications, and then technically we're on like 12 different judicial circuits right now, does that technically mean that like because it's now a state level decision, the federal prohibition of weed is no longer valid? Like, is that a thing now, technically? Would that be a thing? I'd be curious if that's real or not. Because like, how are they going to federally enforce it? If like we're on 12 different judicial circuits. And I live in Rhode Island. And in Rhode Island and in Massachusetts, it's legal. Recreationally. I mean, technically, if you just thought about it from that perspective. Alright, see, I have this, and I have a little bit of rim on top, and I'm going to dilute it a bit with water. And then I add electrolytes, because guess what? The reason why this dehydrates you is because alcohol is a diuretic. If I add salt to it, ergo electrolytes, I'm rehydrating it. So theoretically, I am preventing the dehydration before it even starts, at least to a degree. It only helps so much. Actually, this is the original reason I bought this, because I was drinking seltzers, like alcoholic seltzers, and I was like, I don't want to get a hangover anymore. So I started adding this, and then I was like, wait, this is actually really good for my life, and then I started adding it to everything. So I had a med card in Rhode Island for a really long time. It was easy enough to get. Like, I have scoliosis and other shit. Everything is wrong with me. Like, everything. But I go through the day. Anyway, yeah, but then and then when I worked at like a corporate job, like I needed it because like I needed it for an accommodation, because like even though it was legal in Rhode Island, it was not federally legal. So that, which again, like technically is that overruled now? Oh, here, I'll throw this out. This is I've noticed something, like, I've been thinking about this. I'm like, technically our country is like doom and gloom, and I've been just really happy talking about things on here and just whatever. And part of me is like, well, we live in a time where everything is so doom and gloom, so maybe it's nice to have like a reprieve from it where it's just like happy, fun things. But, and if we can just try to approach it where we're at the very least trying to preach tolerance to each other and happiness. But like the other part of me is like, the music festivals that are going on, If you know, you know. Fill this up. This is a water bottle I keep next to my desk, because if this is ever empty and I need to take my meds, I keep this on hand so that I will take my meds. Because I keep water strategically placed in a few different places, so that way if my cup ever runs out, I have water to take my meds. Because sometimes, this is how you know you have ADHD. When you stare at your meds for 20 minutes in the morning and you say, take the meds. And they're like, no. You're like, please, this is the thing that will make us do the thing. Exactly, that's the thing that's going to make us do the thing. And we don't want to do the thing, so we're not going to take the meds. And you have a 20-minute argument with yourself, and finally, you're just like, wait, she's looking over there. And you're like, wait, you tricked me. So, anyway, little story time. So, how's the laundry coming? I pre-filter water because, can I be a mod? No, just because I really don't know how to do any of that, and this is honestly just for me to have fun and hold myself accountable to get stuff done, because I never would have washed my fruit and put it in the fridge, and I never would have been cooking a steak right now, and I probably wouldn't do my skincare routine if I didn't have people on the other side that I feel held accountable to. Tools now. Towels now. Yeah, I have to do laundry so bad, and maybe that will be... I have to do notary appointments tomorrow, but maybe in the morning I might, like, use you guys to get me do stuff. I'm thinking of, like, doing, like, a morning get ready, like, using you guys in the morning to get ready, and then doing, like, an evening one to, like, help me do evening stuff, because then in the middle of the day, like, I'll do my focus stuff. I don't want to mod you. I'm sorry. And the whole point of all of this live stream is to do what I want, because I haven't been doing what I want, and I literally wrote a poem about, it literally, like, one of the lines was like, I'm always doing what I should be doing, never what I want, and this is what I want to do, and I don't want to mod you, and I am sorry. You can go and be your own live stream, and then you can mod that. Okay? I will always try to be polite. I never think there's a reason to be rude, but thank you. I talk plenty. I don't need a mod. Half the reason I started doing a live because, like, I was watching someone else's live and, like, I was trying to talk and I was like, I want to talk more than this. Okay. I'm gonna go put this on my desk so that way that is there. This is, again, my water bottle, and it just got pretty much empty. I used it regularly to take my meds because sometimes, like, sometimes it's not even that my phone is empty. Sometimes it's just that my phone is in a different room. And the act of getting up to go get my cup is too much of a thing to do when I'm already fighting to take my meds, because my brain don't want to take the meds because it's like, no, we know that the thing. And then you're like, but ADHD. And it's like, okay, fine. You tell me someone else. I have to take short release because I have the gastric bypass. So I have absorption issues. I can't take extended release. So you tell me someone who literally has access to short release Adderall, who fights herself on a daily basis to take it. On a daily basis. Sometimes I keep them in little pill packs and I take them all at once. And my stomach, I don't know how, all of them will get swallowed except the Adderall. And I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, really? And they're like, we do what we want. You're a bitch. That's what you are. Okay. I got a little bit of time left on this steak. It is stupid hot, so first things first, I'm gonna go adjust the AC. You know what? I have some time. I should probably do my skincare routine. I'm #2+Toxic. I understand. Again, I'm kind of just doing whatever the fuck I want at this point. You don't have to stay and watch. You can go and do something else. That's the beauty of the internet. That's the beauty of all of this. There's so much out there. Now I only have one person supposedly watching. I don't know how that is or if that's real or not. Again, I still need to figure this out. Okay. Tree's back. Okay, so this one's cool. This is a dual one. See, it's got like 2 chambers and a little switch on the bottom. Do that mostly. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do the skincare because I've got like 12 minutes left and I need to figure out the phone charging thing. Alright. Because my phone is at like 29%, but the little stand thing it's in doesn't support a charger. So I'm gonna go do my skincare and then maybe I'm gonna hunker down by my desk or something, but I don't know. I'll figure this out. I always do. Sorry for the blinding. have a little magnet, and that thing I just like dock it on the thing. Found that out the other day. That was pretty nifty. Donkey. It's me, Mario. Hey, hey. I do voices because I think they're funny. So, flashback. So, you didn't see that part earlier, but oil cleanser. Love my oil cleanser, especially because I have makeup on, but even if I don't have makeup on, I always use an oil cleanser because my skin hates me. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. And I didn't put on my thing. I usually put on like a thing for my hair, but I didn't put it on because I forgot because I'm distracted. But I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have you guys on. So, something is better than nothing. Done and on time is better than perfect and late. Speaking of which, I need to do my fucking college class assignments because your girl is trying to get her bachelor's degree because she has worked in business for 12 years and has all this experience. But God forbid she's up for promotion because she doesn't have a bachelor's. Because God forbid I decided to actually just learn how to do the job instead of going to school, which teaches you fucking nothing. Because now I'm doing the business degree and it's teaching me fucking nothing about this stuff. Nothing that I didn't already know from 12 years. In various business roles, in doing fucking everything because I have ADHD. Alright, so I'm gonna see if I can like get this on because I don't really want to get my hair fucked up. Okay, my mic is probably gonna be a little muffled for the right now. Because let's see, that's. You may appreciate this straight. I love using this. I bought on Amazon, like they have it occasionally for like half off for like 99 bucks, and I bought the high frequency one, like the quote unquote clinical one. I don't know, but I love using it because 1, inflammation, 2, bacteria, 3. And I had to figure out a little way to have it like set up, like directly in my. Like, so I can immediately use it, and I'll show you in a sec, but because if I didn't have a way that it was just, like, ready to use every day, I would not use it. If it has to be put that away, I ended up using a makeup brush holder that I put, that has, like, silicone things in it to attach it to the wall. I'll show you in a sec. But, especially, like, just here. Like, I can literally hear my jaw just, like, clicking as I do this. Alright. You look like, you might think I'm crazy, like, digging around in my fucking boob, but that's where I usually keep tissues, and I just like to wipe that off real quick, and then I put it away. But, like, this is what I did on my hair. See, and this is like the oldest piece of art I have. It says "We Heart Cookies." It's little monsters. I actually got this in Germany. It's like over 10 years old, but like I have this little thing that I just put them in, and it's glued to the wall. So, and then I just put this all here with all my. I bought the Dyson stuff like a couple years ago, like Black Friday, like 4 years ago now. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm 32. I've had a few years to organize my shit. I don't know what your age is, but you said you're in cosmetology school. And you said you live with your dad. I'm gonna assume you're probably younger than me. I don't know how much younger. I'm 32. Younger, anywhere from 18 to 32, but I'm given that. I've gotten more organized with age. Mainly because I just want to keep making my place better as I can. And I keep coming up with new ideas, and then as I have stuff that I need to do. But I should wash my face. I mean, none of this happened overnight. I've lived here for 7 years. I love this place. Also, I overcorrected. And I made it a profession as well. I was so disorganized with my ADHD that I became uber organized, because if everything is organized, then when stuff is out of its place, that is the stuff I need to take care of. Yeah, I feel that. Everywhere's expensive. If I didn't own, I could not afford to live here. As it is, I can barely afford to live here. I just ran out of unemployment. I currently have money that I'm living on, but I am actually probably going to sign up for disability because I can't do it anymore. Like, I have been hustling and hustling and hustling, and I've been working and I've been trying, and before doing these things, I just woke up every morning just like not wanting to live, but just like, what's the point? Like, I have arguably a good life on paper, but like, I feel like I'm so alone, and I didn't know what to do for work and stuff, and right now I'm just trying to figure out me. And I think I might be applying for disability because I have just like every day getting out of bed is exhausting, literally, like physically exhausting. I take ibuprofen like every day. People aren't supposed to have a normal amount of pain. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here, just, yeah. That's kind of just where I am. I'm not trying to figure out what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. I'm just talking. Anyway, yeah. This is the Pour No More Purifying Cleanser I was talking about from Dr. Broom. Yeah, I know, but like, people are on here sometimes to get away from everything because their own lives are Debbie Downers. And it's more just, I don't know, less Debbie Downer. I always tell people, like, a lot of times with my jobs in any type of work, my job has been to be the paranoid one, to be the person who's like, well, what about this? Well, what about this? Well, what if this happens? What if this happens? Because if the mistake has happened already, it is too late, and I'm already in trouble in any role, in any part of life. So I've always been the person, people are like type A personalities. Yeah, but you know what? If the world was all type B, shit would fall apart. Ow. My hot water here, again, not complaining, but it gets so hot that if you're not careful, you will literally burn yourself. Worst problems to have, just something to be mindful of. And I appreciate you saying that, Tree. I really do. Oh, and you didn't see this earlier, but what I have is, this is a Sonicare toothbrush. Aww. And this is an attachment that I bought for it. Super vibrations on your face. Okay, that just made my face look so weird. Well, I haven't been told that in a while. In fact, I remember distinctly dating one guy who used the word annoying on me. And he said that, yeah, it really is. That's part of the reason I came on here, because I've been feeling so alone. And I remember, oh God, I like literally just thinking about it, I go back to it. And remember we were in a grocery store, and like I was like bouncing around. I was being like my bubbly self, and he was like, "Can you stop being so annoying?" And like everything in me just crumbled, because my whole life I've been annoying. And afterwards, I told him, like, I almost broke up with him right then and there. I didn't. I ended up later, because I ended up kind of fleeing that situation because I thought he might turn into kind of a stalker, because I have no proof, but I'm pretty sure he, like, pretend broke into my car to scare me. Yeah, he wasn't good, but, like, just everything. And, like, I said to him at the time, I was like, as far as you're concerned, that word is stricken from your vocabulary when interacting with me. Yeah, I remember like 2 months in crying on the staircase being like, it's still the early stages. It shouldn't be this hard. Like it's not supposed to be this hard. This is when it's supposed to be fun. We're at like the 2-month mark. Oh, that felt great. All right, we have finished the bathroom stuff. I'm glad you're out of that relationship. I hope it ended at least in a way that you could handle. All right, I'm gonna go bring my phone over here because my phone is at like 25% and the live stream uses a lot of battery. So fun thing, when on my desk for my thing that I've been using to hold it so that I can charge it, is I have this little ruler that's metal, and I stick it to the back of my phone, and then I have this little slit on this thing, and my entire life is just like, I have this little thing, and this thing, and this thing, and then we're gonna combine it with this thing, and then put it all together, and poof, magic, it works. Here's like the little lamp thing I was telling you about, except I have it with a lamp covered. So like, because earlier I was like getting only light from this side. I need to go grab my box of stuff so I can do my skincare routine. I get these bins at the Dollar Tree, and they are just like the best things ever for ADHD. Let's see, can I maybe like do that and then have like from both sides, and then maybe I'll make this a bit brighter. This is all trial and error. You guys are figuring this out in real time with me. So, spray stuff. Oh, it was healthy, but we both want the best. Well, I'm glad. I don't know about this. I feel like I've heard that, like, lesbian relationships are just so respectful to each other, like, from beginning to end. You guys move super fast from what I heard. Like, the whole, second date being a U-Haul thing. I've heard the joke, but, like, other than that, it feels like you guys are so respectful of each other. Did you guys share clothes? I always wonder that. That's cool. Double your wardrobe, man. Although I don't know, I'm so pedantic about my clothes. If I saw someone else wearing my clothes, like, I feel I'm attracted to women. I am definitely attracted to women, but I would definitely classify myself as bisexual, but I am also so demisexual. I'm definitely femme. So like for me, it's really hard to be attracted to anyone. Because one, I have to be physically attractive to you, and then I have to be mentally attracted to you. And finding someone with that combo is very rare for me. She was more masked. Did you not like that about her? Or it was more like that was her style, so she didn't really take a lot of your stuff. And you didn't use a lot of her stuff because you guys had a different style. Okay. That was very wet, so I'm gonna let that absorb for a minute. I'm tired. Interesting. It's like the few times I have been attracted to women, it's been very interesting. Some are basically the ones that are literally almost like indistinguishable from a man to a degree. I found very attractive, which part of me is like, am I finding them attractive because they're masculine and like that's the masculine way? Or women who are very femme, and I've just been like, you're pretty, I want to make out with you, because I did make out with women in college, and I will stand by this. At least back then, women were on average better kissers than men. So, and the majority of the time I experience guys either use too much tongue or not enough tongue, and I don't know. Although I've had some really great guy kissers too. But like, I had this conversation the other day with someone in her 50s, and I was like, so she was like talking about dating, and I'm like, if he's not a good kisser, I'm not even gonna bother to try and have sex with him. Like, if he's a good kisser, why the hell he wouldn't? If he's not a good kisser, he's not gonna be good at sex. I'm sorry. And life's too short for shitty sex. Aw. I could have sworn I just heard a cat. Phantom cat noises. To be fair, there very often are cat noises, so. The gift giving is so much easier to women or to men. I don't find giving gifts to men hard at all. It is so easy, in my opinion. The amount of people that I have, like, they're like, oh, I'm impossible to get gifts for. And then I literally, last guy I dated, the guy broke my heart. Gift giving to women is so much easier. I don't know. I find gift giving to women harder. Because, like, guys just want toys. Like, last year for, like, so the guy, like, who broke my heart, what I got for him for Christmas is I got him, he liked to roll D20s every day. I got him a dice tower that folded up that was really nice. And he literally opened it up. And when he opened it up, he didn't even see what it was. He just saw the name of what the company was. Big ass grin lights up on his face. And then the second gift that I got him was 3 pounds of cherry flavored Tootsie Pops, which immediately got him to laugh out loud. That's what people want, is they want an emotion when they get the gift. They want something that they wouldn't think to get for themselves, or something that's going to make them laugh, something that's going to make them remember it. God, people are not hard to shop for, in my opinion. At all. And men are so much easier to shop for than women, in my opinion. Because women are particular. Yeah, well, that's the ADHD in us, like the penguin pebbling. Like when we like to send memes to people. I have a whole bin of gifts in my closet that I have, because, like, I'll find stuff when it's on clearance. And I have a bunch of stuff that I bought in there for specific people. And I won't be able to give it to them. But thankfully the gifts are, like, cool enough that I know there will be other people in my life that I can give them to. But a lot of times, like, come Christmas, I just go there and I check my gift box. This year, Christmas is going to be very light because I can't even think of, I think of, like, maybe one person I want to give a gift to. At least as of right now. So, okay, so different from this morning. I got this stuff in a box recently. It's a probiotic skin supplement, serum Greek yogurt chorus. I don't know, but it feels nice on my face. Hi, security. But, I mean, to be fair, this was a fucking cop-out move, but one guy I dated once was like, you're a really good gift giver. It's intimidating. Because I was, like, really mad that he hadn't got me a Christmas gift. Because, like, I had gotten him one, and he knew I was getting him one. And he was like, well, you are a really good gift giver. It's intimidating. And I'm like, that's a fucking cop-out. It just means you don't want to put in any effort, time, or thought. Meanwhile, I had gotten him a good gift. A couple good gifts, because I usually tend to get a couple smaller gifts. Because especially if people with ADHD, we like opening lots of little things. It was an excuse. He made a lot of excuses about a lot of things. And, old me, who was so understanding of so many people, and I'm still understanding, but now I'm understanding up to the point of you doing it to take advantage of my generosity and kindness, which is part of the reason I'm doing these lives, because just real life interacting, I don't want to be that skeptic person that I have to be to interact with the world. I really don't like it. But this has been helping me get my people fix without having to, yeah, it was definitely an excuse on his part, without having to, like, be that. Because the best part is, like, even when people are trolling me in the comments because I'm in this headspace, I just take them as literal. And then I nullify them before they can even get off the ground. I mean, one did troll me and make me actually end my live stream because I thought it was a thing real, but someone was really nice afterwards and sent me a message and was like, hey, by the way, he trolled you. And I was like, oh, okay. And then this morning I got on and he sent another troll message and I'm like, I'm not falling for that again. And he even laughed. So he or she, I don't know. The person that was behind the username notification, exclamation point. What is it, Bubba? All right, let me finish doing this and I will put on the laser again. Okay. Ah! Pulled my ring off. Yes, if you stand directly on my waist, I will accidentally walk on you. That's how this works. It's on, right there, see? Okay, cool. And because I smoke, my eyes are always dry, so I always do 2 eye creams. Because guess what? It works a fuck ton better for keeping your eyes moist than eye drops. Just FYI for those who partake in the gardening variety. Hello, Sarah. A lot of Sarahs today. That's the second Sarah. Okay, debating if I should do a cream or not. But I don't think I will. But I'm gonna do a primer. Because like I said, it just, I feel like it like closes up my pores so that other gunk can't get in. Have fun. Go on that adventure. Oh, I'm still wearing this, didn't realize it. Okay, we are done with skincare, folks, whoever is still here. I'm gonna go back to my kitchen island. Then we have to go cook steak. Right. Okay, I'm gonna figure out how to bring you guys with me with still being able to charge my phone because that seems to be a thing right now. All right. Wait, my battery. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Okay, off we go! And away to Neverland! Aww. Random singing is part of the package with me, unfortunately. Let's see, can that work right? Sorry if I'm making anyone seasick. Please stay. Please do not fall over. That's not gonna work. This might work. Okay. Cooking time. Because I have to cook my steak. And now that I've done my skincare, I don't hate my face anymore. Yeah! Okay. Cast iron has been in the oven for a while. I'm gonna turn on the heat. I'm gonna put some oil in. You're not gonna actually see what I'm doing. You're just gonna see me because, well, I don't think that'll end well if I try to like film that. This is still all new for me with this whole live stream thing. How did you not get like any oil on you? You hear that sizzle? Alright, I'm going to do about 2 minutes per side. There's a thing on my wrist that vibrates. I only have one person watching. Oh. Yeah, I'm not like I'm doing it for the views. For the likes and the follows. And the follows. See, I lose engagement, and then there's nothing to talk about. You guys, I can feed off you guys. I can't only provide. Give and take. Strawberries. But they were worth it. And we flipped the steak, and because it was in the crosshair skillet, it has a nice sear on the other side. Air purifier is pissed at me right now. Something against me. I am press leaf flipping. And there's this in this. Hey, Border Hopper. How's it going? I'm cooking dinner. Do my skincare routine for the evening. I always convince myself to eat a steak. can't touch it for 10-15 minutes because it needs to rest. That way the juices reabsorb and it's more tender and moist, even if I hate that word. Okay, my steak is done. Skincare's done. Gonna get more strawberry. I went grocery shopping earlier, so I bought a bunch of strawberries, which part of the reason I got back on the live is because I was motivating myself to wash them. Because if I don't wash my strawberries when I get home, they end up rotting. I'm going back. And that sucks, because I pay money for them. I'm an adult, and living is expensive. Alright, that's done for now, so... I use this app called Too Good To Go, and I like going to the bakeries, and then I get whatever they're giving away. And the last time, they gave me like 10 muffins, so I get to have a muffin with dinner tonight, so I'm excited. And the rest of them have to go in a bag because they're starting to gonna get dry and stuff. Nice. Well, my steak is currently resting because I finished cooking it. And I let it rest for about, I set a timer for 15 minutes because I like to let it rest, let the juices reabsorb. And I just got a muffin because I was talking about this app that I use called Too Good To Go. And you get like baked, and it's mostly like baked goods and stuff. But I refuse to pay full price for baked goods anymore. So it was like $6 and I got like 10 muffins with this, so. I've already eaten my favorites, which were the blueberry ones and one of the corn muffins, and now there's like, this one's like a cranberry orange walnut one, which I love. Yeah, we're about to migrate back because like over here I can't, I'm almost done with like the cooking stuff, so we've done like cooking show stuff today. So, but I slice my muffins into basically bread. Please don't break. I don't have to break things. I can't afford to replace things, so I definitely can't afford to break things. But I like using a bread knife, and then I cut them up into the muffin into slices because I find like I can eat the muffin a lot better that way. And then later what I'm going to do when I come for my steak is I'm going to cut it all up like I'm a toddler, and then put it in a little thing, and then I'm going to eat it like finger food because that's how I eat food. I graze. I'm a grazer. Okay. And away we go on a new adventure. Well, another adventure. Go back to the original adventure, I guess. Out of curiosity, did me getting food for myself motivate you to get food for yourself because you're usually someone that doesn't eat a proper dinner? If so, I'm so happy. Because I probably wouldn't have cooked dinner tonight if I wasn't on this live stream. So I can't eat the steak yet. It's still resting. So, and I was gonna, damn it, I packed my bowl to garden. I guess I don't really like gardening in here though, because good. Well, I'm not trying to eat more, but I'm trying to eat better. Because, like, I'll eat a lot of candy and stuff, but I need to be good. I mean, like, I do a lot of beverages, like my beverages that I do in the morning, because that has 45 grams of protein in it. And, like, I usually only eat in, like, in the evening because, like, ADHD. That's why I keep, like, this is what helps regulate my blood sugar and stuff, and, like, helps it that I avoid that, like, 5 p.m. ADHD crash. So... but I I don't like smoking in here because like all the fabrics absorb it, but I also don't really care because the smell doesn't really last for that long. I'm trying to decide because I'm not really going to want to do it here, but I want to be like close to it so I can just like, because I don't want to do it on camera because that's like, I don't know what the TikTok violation guide is. I just started this. I just started doing this, and I'm just really hoping to do it okay and not like, are you allowed to do it on camera? Oh, well, yeah, like, well, I cannot show smoke with this thing, but less so with any variant that has a flame, so. All right, I'm gonna bring it over here, because like I have my little bubbler, and I'm gonna put a little ice cube in there. Another fun thing to do, like I noticed, you have like any sort of chewy candy, and like you have the chewy candy partially chewed. It has to be partially chewed, so you made like some sort of saliva type thing with it. And if you partially chew it, I swear it like makes it taste like you have a flavored hit. Like. So like in this case, I'm gonna just put this over here. In this case, like I'm gonna do a starburst. But thank you for letting me know, because like a lot of times I just kind of like pray and stumble. I make a joke that I make every mistake in the book, but I make it once because I like will find a way to make sure that mistake never happens again. But I will somehow stumble. Also because like even mistakes that like most people don't normally make, because I'm constantly just like, ooh, what does that do? And then, oops, I broke it. Fuck, now I have to figure out how to fix it before anyone realizes I broke it. And that's how I get really good at a lot of things, because I accidentally break shit a lot. But it's fine if you break shit as long as you know how to fix it. And I can learn how to do anything. ChatGPT has made that infinitely easier. So, anyway, so I just chew it, and then you get like some sort of fiber. Although I have these strawberries, so like I'm gonna try it with that next. That might be yummy. But yeah. Well, small problem. It's a little clogged at the bottom. I like kind of clean it, but it has like a little bit of resin at the bottom because I've only done like a fucking like makeshift clean. I really probably shouldn't swear. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. Well, that was disgusting. I took the thing out and I inhaled water. So that was yum. But yeah. So I don't know what to do, guys, anymore. Like, I did the shit that I was supposed to do this evening. I did my skincare. I cooked my steak. I did my veggie, my fruit. And now I'm just kind of sitting here and I don't know what to do now. Because, like, I feel like I'm just keeping you guys on the phone, quote unquote, and like I'm not providing anything. Like my side of I'm not living up to my side of the equation, you know? I really wish I could figure out. Okay, so it only shows you like top viewers, but how do you know like who's actually watching? Curious. Interact. Poll and gift vote. What? Sorry if my face is like my face. Cheers. I'm sticking to the one drink because I want to get shit done tomorrow, and it was nice to have that one drink. Like, I like the taste, but I want to be responsible, and so I'm only doing the one, but cheers to you. Yeah. No, I was just saying, like, I did all the things, like, I was supposed to do right now. Like, I cooked my steak, I did my skincare routine, I did my fruits, I did that.
And now I'm just like, I feel like I don't have anything left to do, and now I feel like I'm not living up to my end of the bargain on the live stream of like showing people stuff or whatever. Like I said, this was kind of just to get stuff done, and now I'm just like sitting here and just like, oh, I can add more shit to my accomplished today notebook. Yee. Did I tell you about that already? Oh, you might like this as an ADHD person. So, you know how like with ADHD, we do like, we'll go to do one thing and we'll do like 5 other things, but we can't cross it off our to-do list because it was never on our to-do list. And if we write it on our to-do list and then cross it off our to-do list, then it just makes our to-do list messy. So we don't want to do that. It feels like cheating, but now we feel kind of mad that we didn't actually get to do the thing, like cross it off our to-do list. Instead, you add it to this. It's your accomplished today list, because I only ever look forward and I say, I still have all this shit to do. And I never bother to look back and say, but look at everything you got done. So I just started a new notebook because I finished my old one. And so like you can see like this day and this day were really little. And this was the first day I started doing a live. And then you can see it gets a little bit more, each one of them. So I'm going to turn this light back on. I don't like that. And yeah, so this is my accomplished today notebook, and it started like I would actually write this, and now I just write like the word, the weekday, and I just do a little doodle. These have been kind of lackluster, but I've been lackluster, so anyway. And so like I have right down on here, I went to Aldi, I did a live stream, went therapy, I did a thing where like I updated my billing with my FabFitFun subscription. I'm writing down that I washed my fruit. I wrote down that I went to the bank. And I also write down that I made my bed and I did my coffee. Because I like to give myself props for everything. Because when my brain doesn't want to do fucking jack shit, I need to get the dopamine wherever I can. So I'm going to write down my things now. Thank you very much. I'm writing down that I washed my fruit. And that I cooked my steak. And no, I didn't finish doing my dishes. I'm not going to let myself write that down. That's the thing I hate, though. If I do, like, a half task, my brain's like, you can't write it down. You didn't finish doing it. So I, like, try to figure out, like, a half step. I mean, you know what's really sad is I have such complex standards for myself that, like, I feel like I didn't get a lot done today. Aw, thank you. I'm probably not going to write that down because that doesn't feel like a task for me. That was just me talking. But like I have homework assignments still that I need to do for classes that I don't want to do right now. I'm actually probably going to do it tomorrow morning. So my plan is I'm probably going to do a live tomorrow morning to get ready. And then I'm going to end it probably after like an hour or two. Because I then after that I want to like focus on like my homework stuff. Get that focused. And then in the afternoon I have notary appointments that I'm going to be doing. So after the notary appointments, I'm going to come home, I'm going to deal with all that, and then I might do one in the evening. But like, but yeah, like the last couple of days, I haven't really done my homework. I did like my homework assignment on Tuesday, one of them that I needed to, but I have like 5 others that I need to. So, I have a website that I'm trying to do. I was like trying to get a consulting business off the ground, which I know takes a while, but like I'm good at what I do, but it's kind of hard to put an exact. Well, I'm gonna still do the evening ones, and I don't know, I'm figuring this out. I'm just trying to do them, like I said, like, I literally was like, I'm gonna get ready before I do the stream, and I was not getting ready, so I'm like, fuck it. So I literally, like, you saw me this morning, if you'd been on the, like, if you're very beginning of the stream, I was like, I looked like crap. Aw, thank you for the rose, whoever gave me them. Aw, thank you, I appreciate it. I like literally did not want to I looked like crap. I was wearing my PJs, and like part of me thinks like I genuinely felt like I looked like crap. So part of me thinks that a lot of attractiveness just for people is like I look like I look. I'm not gonna say like obviously you're born with a certain amount of it, but I think a lot of it too is like how do you maintain yourself? How do you groom yourself? You can do things to suit your skin tone, your color palette, your face shape, your body type. Like I have an hourglass body type, which everyone's like, ooh, that's curvy. Do you know how hard it is to style a fucking hourglass? Because if I wear anything that's not fitted, it looks like a freaking box on me. So I always have to look like I'm a freaking pinup girl, which, I mean, there's worse things to look like. And I like the way I dress, but part of me just thinks like, yeah, just like glow up is just figuring out what works for you, getting a haircut that works for you, getting a skincare routine that works for you. My steak is finished resting. I am going to be back in like a relatively short period of time because I'm going to cut up my steak and then I'm going to come back and keep talking with you guys. But I'm going to be off camera for just like a minute or two. By the way, thank you for the roses. Do you pronounce your J like Jesuda or Jesuda? Or is it a different pronunciation altogether and I just butchered it entirely? But I'll be right back. Thank you, Dree. Let's just say the first slice of steak. Again, I know buying steak is like a thing, but I have trouble feeding myself and I throw away so much food. So much food. And I don't throw away steak. I don't throw it away. I pull out that food. And pull it out of the head. Waste food. But I waste food also. It's really expensive to waste food. Like, I forget. And here is my mountain of steak. Aw, thank you for spreading that. If people follow, again, I'm not doing this for the follows or the likes or this or that. It's just genuinely really nice not to feel as alone and getting to talk to some people. I don't know. I feel like I just like there's so many videos where I'll see like people like mid video like starting to sell something and I'm just like, I don't know, it just part of me, just the autism in me is just immediately like I dislike feeling like I'm being manipulated right now into doing something like, I don't know. Tired. Yeah. Hello, sauce. If you're still here. Actually, here's the thing. I lost 100 pounds. And you know what happens when you lose 100 pounds? This loose skin still makes you feel like you have complexes despite the fact that you fit into size like 6 clothing, and you're like, logically I know I'm not fat. But that also means I'm never gonna have a taut stomach unless I get like a tummy tuck. So I have to learn that to love myself with that too. But like, again, it's still better than being 265 pounds. Yeah, I was a big girl. I don't know, percent. Well, I don't really know what else to talk to you guys about because I feel like I'm just sitting here now doing nothing, and I don't want to bore you guys, so I might call it for tonight. Oh no! This is why I swear by these cups. It's from this brand called Simply Modern, and these do not sweat, like, so you don't get any humidity on the outside of them. Like, the ice cubes stay in there, and this, if you, like, this will, like, barely anything will fall out, because I'm so prone to knocking shit over. And also, if it has a straw, if it has, like, a lid cap on it, I'm, like, not gonna drink. I will die of dehydration if it has a cap on it. And if it's an open glass, nothing is safe. So I use these. And I like this one because I have, like, weirdly tiny hands for my height, and I can, like, hold this better. So, and it fits in cup holders because it's a 28 ounce. It's 28 ounce. So I have this one. I have actually like 6 of these. Yeah, and well, it comes with a black lid, but I bought like the turquoise lids. But I've had this for like 4 years now, and I just keep using it. I really like them. And again, like, this helps keep me hydrated. It fits 28 ounce in it. Actually, fun story. The place that I was going had like a refill program for coffee, and like they were like, we accept honor refill cups up to 30 ounces. And my autistic ass brain was like, oh no, if I get a 32 ounce cup, they're gonna say, no, you can't do this. So I got a 28 ounce cup because all the other cups were 24 ounces that were less than 30. But I really like these cups now, and I own like 6 of them. I have one with like, it's like witchy looking. It's like black with like silver stars. Alright, we're gonna turn the lights off because I'm starting to get overstimulated. Alright, this will make it dimmer. That is not dimmer. That is not dimmer. It just gave me a headache, literally. Alright, we're just off. Ow. That hurt my head. It's called Simply Modern. I found out a lot of nurses use it. So, but, yeah, I love this brand. I swear by them. And, like, again, I bought, like, 6 of their cups, like, 5 and 4 years ago. They're really good quality. I've replaced, like, the coffee cup one that I had because the coffee cup was the first one I bought, and she got dropped a lot. She had a lot of bumps and bruises. She no longer stood correctly. She, like, teetered. So. Alright. I'm gonna call it at 9 p.m. Yeah, again, this is why I have them. I knock shit over all the time. And also, again, this one fits in cup holders in your car. Like, most bigger cups, I've, like, did things, like, they don't seem to fit, I've noticed. So. But I love this thing. And, like, I think they're, like, 25 bucks on Amazon. So, like, yeah, they're technically a little bit more expensive. But, again, I use it. You're always gonna see this. This is my emotional support water bottle. Well, it has my hydrating beverage in it. It doesn't have water. It technically has water in it because water is a component of it, but we're not going to get into that. Just seems like a nightmare headed for the wrong way. Yeah, so I'm gonna call it in 9 minutes. I'm gonna log off for 9. I think that's like a nice ending point. Then I feel like I've given advance notice, and then we close things out and see you guys in the morning. But you guys helped me finish out my night. And oh, I can write down evening routine, because I did my evening routine and I cooked a steak and I washed my fruit. That's a pretty good day. I'm okay with this day. The stuff that I got done today is the stuff I told myself that I needed to get done, and tomorrow I have stuff that I need to get done, and as long as I get the stuff that I need to get done every day and a little bit of stuff to make my tomorrow a little bit better, that's my goal every day. Get the stuff I need to get done today, and then just everything else that I can do, just follow the motivation, just try to do what I can, and try to make future Reilly's life a little bit better in any way that I can, in any small way. Like cutting out my fruit tonight and washing it so that future Reilly. A lot of times what I do is, a lot of times the to-do does overwhelm me. A lot of times if I just have if I'm just so overwhelmed because I have so much to do, at that point in time, I just start doing whatever I can. And I just keep doing the next thing in front of me, and the next thing, and the next thing that my brain will let me. And then at the end of it, maybe my mountain is only, half as big now, or maybe 60% is only 60% as big now. And that mountain feels a little bit more tackleable, that I can now inventory it and make a plan on how best to address the rest of it. But at first, I just need to clear out as much as I can, get a bunch of big wins, and get just stuff cleared out. Even if it's not urgent, just get that stuff done. Sometimes you just need a win. And right now I've been focusing on just getting me ready every day. So like actually doing my skincare, because once my skin is healed up, which I'm hoping will be in like a month or two, once my skin's healed up, like I'm going to be able to reinvest that energy in other places. And like making sure that I actually keep my body running and fueled, and do my hygiene, because that's really important. It's all connected. I am case study 0 for it is all connected. So, because like one thing will happen, like I'll get inflammation here and I'll feel it here, and I'll feel it in my back, and just everything. So, yeah, but that's just what I do if I'm overwhelmed with the to-do list, because trust me, I get overwhelmed, and part of me is just like, I don't want to stay in bed, and no, and I don't get this. But yeah. And like right now I just have and that's why I like using sticky notes too. Like I'll only write like 3 or 4 things down, so that way I don't overwhelm myself. Usually a 3-pronged to-do list is what you need. You have the long one that has like everything on it. You have your sticky notes that have like your immediate like 3-4 things, because I usually write down 3 or 4 things, so that way like I can pick from those 3 or 4 things. It's like, okay, you can do one of these things, but you have to do one of these things on the sticky note. And then the pièce de résistance is the accomplished today notebook. So, makes me happy. Alright, well you know what? I said I was going to log off at 9. If you're heading out, I feel like no one else is vibing right now with me. You have a great time with your night. I'm going to enjoy my steak, and maybe I'll see you in the morning. Bye, Dree. Bye, guys.